Okay, moving on to round 11, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the last chain 2 space of any shell, and we're going to make 3 more single crochet excuse me, in that same space. Okay, so that's the last one. So sorry, going all croaky. Standing single plus 3 more, so 4 in total. Okay, in that last chain space. And then you're going to front post single around the next stitch, which is that last puff stitch. Okay, and then we are going to start our repeat. I'm going to chain 3, and we're going to skip the next 3 single crochet, front post single around the next stitch, and then we're going to make 4 single crochet in the chain 2 space and front post single around the next stitch 4 times. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and a front post single. Okay, 4 times. 2, 3, 4, and then the front post again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a front post. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a front post. Okay, so that is our repeat. Okay, so you're going to chain 3 and skip the 3 single crochets, then it's front post single round the puff stitch, 4 single crochet in the chain 2 space all the way around. Okay, so 5 front post singles, 4 lots of 4 single crochet in there. Once you are finished, come all the way round and join to the standing single crochet with a slip stitch in the front loop only. Okay, and I will see you for the next round. When you have finished, do make sure, absolutely double check all of your stitch counts before you move on to round 12. Okay, round 12, I'm going to chain 4. That counts as our first front loop treble. We're then going to front loop treble in the next 4 stitches. This is a really simple round. Again, don't worry if your front loops stretch up as you're working them, because our next round is folding single crochets, so everything will come back. Okay, so we've got chain 4 and then 4 front loop trebles. So I'll repeat: chain 3, skip the chain 3 space, and front loop treble in each of the next 21 stitches. So it's all the way around the shell. Okay, so I'll catch up with you at the end there. Okay, so that is our repeat. Very simple. Chain 3, skip the chain 3 space, and then a front loop treble in those 21 stitches. And don't worry if it tips up like this, because in the next round obviously we're going to bend it all back the same as we did down here. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that another 5 times, so 6 times altogether, and obviously you're going to omit the last 5 front loop trebles because you've done them there. Make an invisible join here, okay, so that you cover the top of the chain 4. Fasten off, but don't secure your ends until after the next round. Okay, round 13. Let's get my yarn all in the right place. Okay, we're going to join with a standing folding single crochet in the 18th front loop treble from the end. So the 18th is the 4th one from the end. Okay, so through the back loop of the treble, and I tend to just sort of pinch at the bottom there so that as I flip over I know that is the right back loop there. So through those 2 back loops, yarn over, pull through those 2, yarn over, through 2 for a normal single. Okay, and then a folding single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 2 and last one, 4. Okay, and then we're going to start our repeat. So we're going to make 5 double crochet working over both chain 3 spaces and into the second single from round 10. Okay, so that's our singles from round 10. So we're going to work into that middle one, going over both of these chain spaces. Okay, so from the front down and then through to the back, and then you're going to make the stitch encasing those chain spaces. Okay, and that's 5 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And you will find, because you're working over 2 chain spaces, it very slightly elongates that bottom part of the stitch. That's how it's meant to be, so all is good. Folding single crochet in the next 21 stitches. Okay, so be careful not to miss that first one, and then make sure that you get into the right back loop there. So again, just put your finger on that second one and pull it out of the way, because that back loop is almost hidden by those double crochets. Okay, and then it's exactly as we did down here, so you already know what you're doing, and it's just 1 folding single crochet in each stitch. But as you work, as you go into there, just tip back and make sure that you're going in to the corresponding stitch there. It's a little bit fiddly initially, but a fabulous texture it gives to the pattern, so they're well worth doing. And once you get the hang of them, like any stitch, it becomes easy. It just means just got to slow down a tiny little bit just to get all of them right. Okay, so I'm going to carry on round to here and then I'll catch up with you again. Okay, so that's the repeat finished. Okay, so 21 folding single crochets. So let's just pull that loop up a bit. Okay, and again I've worked over that back one, so I can take that stitch marker out now, and again you can see it's easier to now work these tail ends away underneath these stitches, because next round we're going to be working into these again. Okay, so carry on and repeat that 6 times in total, so 5 more times, and then when you get all the way back round to the beginning you're going to omit the last 4 folding single crochet and join to the standing folding single with a slip stitch. Okay, so 5 double crochet into the second single from round 10, and then 21 folding single crochet around each shell. Okay, round 14, I'm going to chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch. Okay, and hold on, I'm a little bit too close, that's it. Skip the next 3 stitches. Okay, so that's 3 single crochets that you've got there, the folding single crochets. Skip those, and then working into the 5 double crochet, we are going to treble in the next 2. Okay, and then 2 treble in the next, so that's the center one or the third one. We're going to make 2 treble, and then treble in the next 2. Okay, so it's 2 single trebles, 2 trebles in that one, and then another 2 single trebles. Okay, and then we are going to skip the next 3 stitches. Okay, so just pull apart so that you make sure that you don't skip an extra one. 1, 2, 3, and we are then going to single crochet in 15. And again, just hold the folded stitches down, or just push them down with your thumb so that you don't catch any of those ends. How many have I done? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, so again just double check that you've got 3 of the folding single crochets left there before you're then going to start your repeat again. Okay, so skip 3, treble, treble, 2 treble, 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 skip 3, 15 singles. Okay, repeat that another 5 times. Omit the last single crochet that you've got there on the last repeat. Join to that first single and fasten off. Okay, and again it's a good sort of time now to just work away these sort of few ends that we've got here. Okay, so that's round 14 done. Round 15, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the 13th single crochet of any repeat. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, so it's the third from the end. Standing single crochet in there. Okay, we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, so that's the last 2 single crochets there, and we are then going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch 3 times. Okay, so skip 2, 1, 2, and 1. 1, 2, and 1. 1, 2, and 1. Okay, so 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, that's our 3 repeats. We're then going to skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet in 11. Okay, so this is a fairly simple repeat, and we're just getting all the stitches right for our next round, which is a ruffle stitch round. Okay, so single crochet in 11. Let's just check. Oops, tangled my yarn. There we go. Where are we at? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2 more. 10 and 11. Okay, so that's your repeat for this round. Skip 2, 2 double crochet, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, skip 2, 11 single crochets. Okay, all the way round, and then you are going to join to that standing single crochet with a slip stitch. Round 16, I'm going to chain 1 and single crochet in that same stitch, okay, which is the last single crochet there, and we're now going to make 3 ruffle stitches across these 9 double crochets. Okay, so each ruffle stitch is made over 3 stitches. So we're going to go front loop single, remember always go up in that direction when you work into the front loop, and then around the post of the same stitch, making sure that you're underneath all of these loops, below all of those loops. First of all, a front post half double, and at that point I tend to turn my work sideways. Okay, and then 3 doubles. Oops, start that one again. 3 double crochets around the post. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so all 5 stitches, the front loop single, the front post half double, and the 3 front post double are all in the same stitch. We're then going to skip that next stitch, and we're going to front loop single to complete our ruffle stitch in the next stitch. Okay, so that is our ruffle stitch. So looking from the top, you've got a front loop single, a skipped stitch, and a front loop single. Okay, and we're going to repeat that now in the next 3 stitches. So we start front loop single, front post half double, 3 front post double, all around the same stitch. Skip the next stitch, front loop single in the next stitch. Okay, and final time, so next 3 stitches, front loop single, front post half double, and 3 front post doubles. 2 and 3, sorry, excuse Mr. J. Skip the next stitch, front loop single in the next. Okay, so that is our 3 ruffle stitches, and we are then going to single crochet in the next 11 stitches. Oops. Okay, so you're actually working all of the single crochets from the previous round. And there's number 11. Okay. Okay, so remember your ruffle stitches are made over 3 stitches, and when you look, you'll have a ruffle stitch and you'll have a full stitch that you'll be able to see here in between, because all of the front post stitches are around 1. You've got a skipped one that gets hidden, and then that is the final stitch that you've made a front loop single into. So that's how your ruffle stitches should look. And as I say, when you look from the top, you'll have a front loop single, skip stitch. You'll then have 2 front loop singles together, skipped, 2 front loop singles together, skipped, and a front loop single to finish. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that 6 times, and then you are going to join, let me just double check, yes, join to that first single crochet and fasten off and secure your ends. Round 17, we're going to join with a standing double crochet in the last single of any repeat. Okay, now we've got 11 singles. That's a front loop, that's a front loop, so it's just these. So this is the last one right here. Okay, so a standing double into the stitch, and there we go, there's our standing double crochet. Okay, now we're going to back loop double crochet in the next stitch of round 15. Okay, this is round 16, so round 15 is behind the ruffle stitches, and where we made the front loop single at the beginning there, that's where we need to go. So we need to go down through the back loop, but if you push your hook straight through, you can see you pick up the back loop and the third loop. Okay, my lighting's not the best at the moment. Let's see if we can alter it slightly. There we go, that might be better. Yes, less shadows. Okay, we're going to chain 1, and skip the next stitch, which is our skipped stitch. Okay, and we're then going to back loop, double crochet in the next two. Okay, so again there's a front loop single in there, and if we push straight down we automatically pick up the third loop. Again, push straight down, pick up the third loop, and double crochet in there. Okay, we're going to do that twice. So again, chain one, skip the skipped stitch, and back loop, double crochet in the next two. Okay, so if you've not worked in the third loop before, you can see it doesn't pull up and stretch your work because you've actually made it almost like you would a normal stitch by going through two loops. Okay, we're going to chain one, skip that last skipped stitch, and back loop double in the next, oops, going through too many loops there. That's it. Okay, into the last stitch. So those are all made in that section of the where the ruffle stitches are. Okay, so as I said, don't forget that that stitch is a front loop single. Okay, it's not your normal single. So we are going to double crochet in the next stitch from round 16, so that is the single crochet there. Okay, and then we're going to 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then double crochet in 3 twice. Okay, so 1, 2, and then 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we are going to repeat that. So 2 in the next stitch, and then 3. Okay, and there's 3. Okay, so we have got 2 single crochet left there. So we're going to make 2 double crochet in this one, and then 1 in the next one. Okay, so that is our repeat. Okay, we've already made that last one, so on the 6th repeat you're going to omit that last one. Okay, so the stitches that you're skipping are the ones that are already skipped behind the ruffles, and the back loop ones are worked in the stitches where you have front loop stitches from making your ruffles. And then you are just working in those 11 single crochets, not the front loop singles. Okay, so it's 1, 2 in the same stitch, 3, 2 in the same stitch, 3, and then 2 in the same stitch and 1. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that 5 more times. Join to the standing double crochet here and fasten off your ends. Round 18. Okay, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the last double crochet of any repeat. Okay, so our last double crochet is the one that's made into that last single. Okay, so a standing single in there. Okay. Okay, we're going to skip the next stitch, this one, and working in front of the chain 1 space, we're going to make 3 treble into the skipped stitch from round 15. So that's the centre one behind the ruffle stitch. Okay, so 3 treble into there. So pull that chain and that row back so that you can get in there, so that you're in front of that chain space and not working over it. Okay, that's 2. And that's the third one. Okay, so 3 treble. Single crochet in the next stitch. And skip the next stitch twice. Okay, so fold round 17 back out of the way so that you're working in front of it. Single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so that's 2 repeats we've done. Skip the next stitch, again into that skipped stitch from round 15. And our third treble. Oops, okay, sorry. Right, so the repeat was twice, then we've done working in front of the chain 1 space, 3 treble in the skipped stitch, then we're going to skip that next stitch and single crochet in the next 14. Okay, so 14 should be all the way across the double crochets that we've made here. There we go, where are we at? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14 takes us into that last double crochet. Okay, sorry if I dropped out of shot there. Okay, so that's our repeat. So you're going to skip the first back loop double and make 3 treble into the skipped stitch of round 15, making sure you're working in front of the chain space. Single crochet in the next stitch skip the next stitch, 3 treble, single crochet in the next. Okay, so that's, and then skip the next stitch. That's your 2 times, and then again 3 treble into that skipped stitch, skip the next stitch, and then single crochet in 14. Okay, go ahead, do that all the way round. Omit the last single crochet because you've already made that. Join to that standing, single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Okay, round 19, there's a hint at the beginning that says when you're working the front post treble in round 17 stitches, all of the stitches behind are skipped. Okay, because basically what we're going to be doing is covering up this last line of single crochets, and we're going to be working down here, sort of. Some are going to show and some are not. Okay, so we're going to join with a standing front post treble around the last double crochet of any repeat. So twice over for a treble, and the last double crochet of any repeat is that one that we made in those last singles, in line with those. Okay, so around the stitch and through 2, through 2 and through 2. Okay, okie dokie, let me just get my yarn on the right side of me. That's it. Okay. Okay, so then we start our repeat. We're going to double crochet in the next 3 trebles. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and then we're going to make 2 front post trebles around the next double crochet. Okay, so that's the one that the single crochet is made into here. Ignore the one that's behind there, it's just this one that we're going to work into. Okay, so 1 front post treble, and then make the second one below the first one, because then as you move on it sits nice and flat and correctly in there. Okay, so we're going to do that twice, so that's once. So double crochet in the next 3 trebles, and then 2 front post treble around that double that the single is made into, with the second one below the first one. Okay, so we've done that twice. Now we need to double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Okay, front post treble around the next 2 double crochet of round 17. Now again, that one was a skipped stitch, so ignore that and only work around the ones that have got the single crochets made into them. Excuse me. so around 2, and we skip those stitches behind there, and then we're going to do another little mini repeat, double crochet in the next 2, okay, front post treble around the next 2 in round 17, okay, double crochet in the next 2, oops, treble around the next, front post treble around the next 2, double in the next 2, front post treble around the last 2. Okay, and that is our repeat. Okay, so double crochet in each of the trebles, and then in the double crochet from round 17 that has a single made into it, you're going to make 2 front post trebles with the second one below the first one, okay, so they sit nice and flat, and then make sure that you don't work into that stitch in there, okay, that one gets left, and then just working in the ones that have got single crochets made into them, 2 front post treble, 2 double all the way across. Okay, so quite simple, as long as you make sure that you don't skip any stitches or add any extra ones in. So double check your stitch count for each repeat, and then when you have finished all the way round and you come back, join to the standing front post treble and fasten off. Round 20, and we are going to join with a standing single crochet in the last front post treble of any repeat. Okay, so that's this one that comes just before the 3 treble here. Okay, so we'll go a standing single crochet. Okay, then we are going to single crochet in the next stitch, so that's the first of the 3 double crochet there, and we're now going to make a front post treble 3 together over the next 3 treble from round 18. Okay, so around the post, okay, and then the third one. Okay, so it's front post treble 3 together. We're then going to skip the next stitch in here, and we are going to single crochet in the next 4. Okay, so skip that one. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's the last, into the last double crochet behind there, into the 2 front post trebles, and then into the first double crochet of this group here. Okay, and we're going to repeat that 3 times. Okay, so again, yarn over twice, around the post of the first treble, through 2, through 2, round twice, around the post, through 2, through 2, yarn over twice, around the post, through 2 and through 2, yarn over through all 4 loops, skip that next single crochet in the next 4. Okay, so I'm just going to do that once more and then I'll catch up with you. So we've repeated that little sequence 3 times, front post treble 3 together around the 3 trebles from round 18, skip the next stitch and then single crochet in 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, and then after we've done those last 4 single crochets, we're going to single crochet in 12. Okay, which will take us all the way across to the next set where we need to do the front post treble 3 together. Okay, so let's just keep going and keep going and keep going, and that should be into that double crochet. So let's just check. We've got 2, 4 that was part of the repeat, and then we've got another 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so that's our complete repeat. Okay, so nice and simple. Go ahead and do that 5 more times. Okay, and then when you come all the way back round, you're going to omit the last 2 single crochet there, join to that standing single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends.